starting the recording. Hello,
Penis?
how about you allow me to say hello, Ding Ding, before you go in with your penis?
Oh,
Never.
Sometimes you have to just go in dry and hard.
I guess so.
um,
So, anyways, what happened? D&D, am I right? What happened last time? Last time, you agreed to do some fishy business for some fishy gentlemen, and then you were like, well, fuck, there's Strom right there, and we might go and help him get a girl saved. And so you went. And then you came into an old, broken down library with a lot of books, which is strange. And then you found the girl, but then she opened the book, and inside of a book was a thing that summoned all the other books, and then the books attacked you. And then you defeated it and saved the girl. And now the book kind of floated in the middle of the room, and it closed and lay down on the table in the middle of the library. And that's where we left off. What are y'all doing?
I thought the plan was getting the hell out of here.
Well, Geo
That
was
sounds like a good idea, yeah.
Geo is outside. She's not outside. She's in the main room where you entered, and she was just bombarded with books, so she might be in danger. But I don't think she is.
I am not in danger. I am good.
Okay,
Geo is the danger.
Yeah,
that is true.
but they didn't know that actually it was me they had to be afraid of.
Quickly stabbed you.
And the girl is like, "Oh my god, you saved me. Why are you green?"
Move. That's racist.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't meet a lot of green people.
I mean,
Is that a
Just-
crystal? And she points at crystals.
no, it's
Is that a candy?
It's rude to point.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not being very nice. I'm so sorry.
Jenna's like, this is why I don't have any kids.
Let's get you back to your mom. Let's do that first.
But what about the book?
You need it.
I wanted to learn some magic from it, but then it kind of went, ooh.
I don't think it's going to teach you any magic.
Well, I think that book was not your teacher, to be honest.
Oh. Well, maybe
I
I'll
think
find
there are
another...
other books that are better teachers than that one.
Yeah, maybe I'll find another book. Do you have another book that teaches magic?
Not on me, but maybe we can find one in the city.
Oh no, we probably won't find anything in the city. They're kind of a little bit uptight.
Well, I take out the second book I have on sand weaving and hand it to her.
And she starts flipping through it very fast.
You think you're gonna learn something from this?
I don't know, maybe not this fast, but
Takes a bit of practice.
okay. But you need to sneak it through into my bedroom. What? Because my mom won't allow it.
She will.
No, she won't.
Wanna bet?
Okay.
Okay.
What are we betting on?
No, kids are not supposed to bet, Charles.
I want to bet. I'm an adult. And you
Oh,
look,
yeah.
you look at her. She's like 10 years old, and the gnomes.
Yeah.
She's very tiny.
Let's just say, if your mom accepts it, you're going to learn what's in this book.
Well, I was gonna do that anyways. What kind of a bet is that?
Well, let's just see if I'm correct or not.
You're boring.
Well, unless you can find something to bet, then there will be no bets.
Okay. And she like takes out her pockets and looks through there. I have 1 silver coin.
Sure.
Okay.
You fit in 1 silver coin, I'll put in 5 gold.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
There's a lot of damage.
Okay. 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 So if my mom says no, I will give me 5 gold. But if she says yes, I will give you 1 my trusty silver.
Sounds like a bet.
Okay. So you're all in the main hall. Are you trying to leave?
Yes.
Or is there anything else you want to do in the library?
What kind of books are in the main hall?
What are you
Are there any books in the main hall?
There is a lot of books. Tell me what you're looking for. At least vaguely.
One thing you said last session disturbs me because I heard it, but Law didn't hear that thing. So Law doesn't really know it, but I know it, which is annoying.
Which thing?
With the outcrier yelling that the leader of the investigation of the murder, that the lead investigator also has been murdered.
Oh.
But Law didn't hear that because he wasn't on the spot because Char was the one walking over the square.
Yes.
The outcrier yelled it.
Okay. It's still the same day, so you might hear it again.
Yeah, that is true. But Law is still bugged out by the murder of the main priestess, or the high priestess.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he wants to see if there are any records of religious books that maybe be shown which cult or anything that could have anything against the cult of which she belonged to.
Okay, roll me.
You get what I mean?
Either investigation, history, or religion, whatever floats your fancy.
Well, I feel like it's an investigation if I'm looking for a book like that,
Yes.
and maybe history to identify a book.
Okay, so roll me 2.
I don't know.
things.
So investigation.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you do not find any particular book on the matter, but something in your mind, you like, as you're looking through books, you think, there is something about it that I've read, maybe somewhere, maybe I heard something, but it's not exactly about the cults of now, but it's the cults of the old gods, like very old ones, and nothing specific, like it doesn't seem like either of them exist right now, but
As far as I know.
yeah, but there were cults of the old gods that were against the Spira of her followers of sorts. But nothing that is happening now, as far as you can see, or as far as you know.
Yeah, because this is an old library, so it wouldn't be any new information, but any historic.
Yes.
Yeah. So no books, okay, but something just pops in my mind. Okay, fair.
Anyone else? What is Char doing in Geo? Is there anything you want to do?
I'm just leaving at this point. I want to get out of here.
Okay. Geo?
I am good to go.
Okay. As you all leave the library, Wiggles jumps onto Don Don, who is outside, and starts smacking his hands on him playfully. And Don Don seems to enjoy it, even though it's a little bit weird. This friendly aggression. And as you all leave the library, you suddenly realize that there's a huge wind coming, and all the sand is coming everywhere. Sort of like a sandstorm, but maybe not so strong yet. Maybe it will happen soon.
Maybe we should seek shelter in the library anyway? I know we don't really want to, but I don't want to go into a sandstorm.
Yeah, fine.
Strom no read, but Strom likes this place.
Why?
No sand in the eye.
No, only books to the face.
Well, I think we'd be fine if we don't go into that room again.
Yeah, we can stay in the main hall, I suppose.
Okay, so you're gonna stay in the main hall? For how long? I would, if you're wondering about time, I would say it's about 2 p.m. at the moment.
It's all gonna depend on the sandstorm mostly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think we can wait for an hour or two at least.
so as the hour passes by, can I have a perception from everyone?
Eugene, can you roll it for me while I am folding the washing?
I can.
Thank you.
Perception.
You rolled shit,
I did.
Ah, thank you. That's okay.
You rolled
That's
a 4.
normal.
Okay, so with an 18 and 15, Geo does not hear this. She is too preoccupied with, like, there's flying sand outside. I am
Yummy.
intrigued.
Getting a big package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting hungry as the
Hungry,
yes. But
as the cool kids call it.
yes. But Law and Char, as you are waiting the storm out in the main hall of this library, you hear from the room that you've been in, the where the book was, you hear some very low whisper. Just calling out whoever is gonna come. Hello.
Hello.
My power died, but I am back.
Nice.
Is it though? Oh,
You need to fix those copper wires, darling.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not up to me. It's the building who decides not to fix them because everything's quote unquote fine. What is that healing and what is that intelligence save?
The healing was for Law
What?
here,
Okay.
and the intelligence was to see if Char is intrigued and here, so he's going to have a look.
Okay.
And Lawrence is following.
Okay. So you go both go into the bigger side of the library where the battle happened earlier. And what you get, the murmuring and the whispering does not happen to come from any particular point. It's just sort of everywhere. Question: does any of you speak Dwarvish?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Good.
Okay, so I would say that you, Law, you understand that it's the sort of Dwarvish, but it's so quiet and so how do you say it, like, so there's so much of it and so little of it at the same time that you can't understand any single word, but you
It
understand.
sounds maybe
Yeah,
murmuring.
sort of like that.
Yeah.
But you understand that it's Dwarvish.
It sounds like Dwarvish. I can't discern any words.
And the room that was completely dark the first time you entered now has a little slightly glow from the book that's laying on the table in the middle of it.
But 2 floors down.
Yes.
And we see that if we look over the railing, or
You can. You can see the glow coming, like, it's not complete darkness as it was, so now you can see a little speck of light in the room, and your attention is instantly drawn to the book if you look at it.
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
The question is, do we really want to investigate further?
Well, there's still a storm outside.
Yeah, that is true. I never thought I would meet my end. Squashed by books, but let's go and have a look.
So are you gonna,
I'm going towards where the plants were burned away, and just going downstairs.
okay. You can jump into the hole that appeared during the battle, get a floor lower. Law, are you
Lawrence will actually go the long way and go through this stairs,
okay?
which he walked before.
Okay. There. Oh no, never mind. You're fine. Okay.
And then go down here.
Wait.
As you're getting closer to the book, the murmuring gets louder.
Does it get any clearer, or is
No,
it just
It's just
still?
gibberish. It's dwarvish gibberish.
This doesn't make sense.
I don't know, flying books that throw books at you doesn't make a lot of sense, either way you look at it.
True.
So what are you gonna do?
I am gonna cast Bless on me and Char.
You both feel a little warm glow coming over you.
And I'm gonna touch the book.
Okay. The moment you get super close to it and touch it, the whispering and the murmuring stops completely. It's a dead silence, and you can hear Char breathing next to you. And sometimes, even if you listen closely, you can hear those vines crawling somewhere in the distance.
This is weird.
Are you gonna open the book?
I thought we established that from the start.
But even weirder. I'm gonna read the outside of the book first.
There's nothing on the outside. It looks like a very, very expensive leather book with metal casings in the corners and some engravings in it.
And there are no discernible
The writing
words
the
on
outside?
either neither on the front or the back or the
Even nor on the
The-
whatever it's called, like the bendy part.
yeah.
No.
Spine.
Yes, the spine.
Well, seemingly as was planning to read it, I'm going to draw my blades.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Get a basilisk too. And stab the book.
Or the sword of Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Infused with basilisk.
Ooh, I have the two swords of Gryffindor, so let me stand.
Lawrence will say a small prayer to Olvia. Please, I hope this will help us with something.
Okay.
And open.
Okay. Nothing happens. The glow of the book itself helps you actually see what is happening in the book. It's a lot of writing. It's, if you scroll some pages, it's same thing over and over again. It looks like a children's story. Did you fell?
No?
Okay, it sounded like someone fell.
Oh, I just opened a drawer.
Ah, okay. It looks like a children's story, which is, the long story short, it's about a lion and a very
And a witch and a wardrobe.
no. It's about
Eugene's like, how dare you know what I'm gonna say?
no. It's a story about a powerful lion and a naughty monkey. And the monkey liked to play tricks on the lion all the time. Until one day the lion decided to step on the monkey and throw it into the cage. And
Sir.
it repeats over and over, like each page it's the same thing over and over.
Each page this monkey gets stood on.
Yes.
Wow, it's Wiggle's origin story.
Oh no! It's his like answer becoming an evil, dastardly like villain. This is how it all began.
Not my Wiggles.
Oh god, that sounds weird.
Wiggles kind of looks at the story and he understands the word monkey and he's like,
That's
Yes, that's you. But wait, you can read?
he kind of looks at you and shrugs. No.
Looks at you, shrugs, and says no. What?
A lion and a monkey. Monkey playing tricks. Lion gets fed up and puts monkey in it.
Oh, so the child is the lion and we have to kill the child. Alright, I get it.
What?
What?
Ma'am?
While that is
Can I
okay, go ahead.
can I do a history check to see if I know this story?
You can. Okay. With a 17, because of your childhood, let's put it that way, you don't remember a lot of childhood stories per se, and like the monks and the priests and the priestesses didn't really tell you much. It was kind of not their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say because of your general curiosity, you've like tried to catch up with what you've been lacking in childhood. So you read a couple, but this seems to be very odd and you don't think you've heard anything like that ever. It's a very like very niche story that probably like maybe someone once told their child because they didn't have anything else to tell them. It's very odd.
Some kind of fable to keep them,
Yeah.
to keep the children in check and not making too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe someone just didn't have the books, so they had to come up with whatever.
Yeah. And even if I continuously change page, it's the same story, just repeating itself.
Yes. Until you get to the very last page, which is empty.
If only I had the thing with preparing spells, for fuck's sake.
If you're trying to do something spell-wise, which doesn't require a specific spell, you can do an Arcana check and we'll see how it goes. Tell me
Mostly to check if I can. If I had the spell prepared, I would have cast Detect Good and Evil on the book to see if it's.
Okay.
But
If you can tell me
I
what-
know that the book attacked us before.
If you can tell me what good and evil is in this situation, I will maybe ask you for an Arcana check.
Well, you mean if I define?
Yes, in this
Yeah.
specific situation, what good and
Yeah,
evil
okay.
is.
But that also doesn't really fit with the spell in that sense. But an Arcana. I want to try to sense if I take the book with me, if it would be. I would consider it evil if the book somehow possessed me and took me over, in that sense.
Okay. Roll me an. Okay, let's do it a weird one. Let me see at the stats themselves.
I would kind of guess a charisma check of some kind.
I would say it's like a. Charisma Arcana, but like it's not like you can roll two things. Or you can roll me charisma.
Well, I can roll
and,
it.
Charisma and Arcana, and we'll combine and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. So you get the feeling. Let's say that it's a 14. You get a feeling that whatever's in this book, it's only a vague afterthought of what actually was in it, and what was it is already either defeated or it left.
So the fight. So this is the aftermath of the fight, basically.
Yes. But like the main power source that was making all those books fly, it either left or it's defeated.
It's not here, at least. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember. Did I kill it with my last guiding bolt, or did it just scream in pain?
Ooh, the screaming in pain. I don't remember how that happened specifically. It was just hurt. And then it saw that someone was leaving. I think it was either the child or Geo leaving, and it decided to like destroy the last of them.
The child left and then I got bonked on the head with a load of books.
Yes.
Lawrence will close the book and put it in his bag.
Okay. Just a book in the bag. Nothing special about it.
Well, there's no smut in it, so I have no interest.
Okay. Maybe there is, but like it's hidden. What is Geo doing this entire time?
She's just sitting with the child, like vibing. Like, she's like, yeah, she's like looking around. She's like, the fuck did everybody go? Like,
The
her
child.
perception was that bad that she was like, she didn't even know that anybody had left. She was just like, what?
The child is sitting like right in front of you, like looking at you, mostly looking at your crystals.
Oh,
But-
well,
but
she
the-
can't have any.
But the moment you look at her, she like looks away shyly, like she did not want any crystals, and
She's like, I should not have looked at the crystals.
I do not want them. I have never seen a crystal. What are you talking about?
Hey kid, wanna buy some crystals?
You wanna touch my crystal?
Ew.
And this is how crystal meth is made.
Crystal meth. Jesus Christ.
A very good drag queen.
If you
Jesus.
say so.
But now that you have the book in your possession, what do you do?
As soon as I put the book down, I will quickly look around to see if any other books come to life.
Okay, you don't seem... No, nothing seems to have changed at all. It's still dead silent, and now that the book is in your bag, it's completely dark.
Completely
will-
dark.
Cast light on my scarf.
God,
No, I won't cast
fucking-
light. I will take out my hooded lantern
Okay.
instead. Not blind.
Okay.
Not blind, char.
Now that you could actually see,
Sorry.
you
Sorry.
still
It's
don't,
okay.
you still don't notice any movement. No, nothing seems to change. Just an old dark library.
Curiosity settled, we're getting out of here.
Sure.
Alright, let's go. Back to the main hall.
Back to the main hall. The storm is still not out, but as you're waiting for an hour or two, it's still slow. It slowly starts to settle down, and you think you can just go without any issues. So are you gonna do that, or is there anything else you want to do here?
I think we'll do that, but yeah, I'm obviously going to ask Strom to take the child with him because he should be able to shield her a little bit better.
Okay. He takes the child, puts it on his shoulders, and just carries the child away. Let's go.
Right. Hero, keep your tongue in your mouth. I know it's tasty sand, but
What?
never mind.
So you're going back to the city?
Yeah, I'm putting my hood and my mask up, and I'm going with Strom back to the city.
Okay. Law and Geo, are you going back to the city or?
No, I'm gonna stay behind, of course.
Okay. So your merry band of, I think you're like 7 people now, with Wiggles and Don Don and the child. That's 4. Yeah, 7 of you are slowly moving towards the city, and as you're getting closer, you can see that far away in the northern part, I would say northwest part, where it was completely clear and everything was just fine, you see in the very, very far distance the hints of the dark mist that's been coming slowly towards you. And it's, I would say, in a week, it's probably gonna consume the entire continent. But you are on the outskirts of the city, and you're free to go wherever you want.
We need to handle that, don't we? Somehow.
I don't see why it's my problem.
That's fair.
I mean, if if they get the people out and it stays contained in this continent, then not my problem.
Fair, but also this is robbing the balance. Shit.
I'll put it on the to-do list for in about a year or 5.
As you're passing through the city, Law, you would hear the town crier thing that you wanted to hear.
Wait, what? Shit. Oh,
It's only a murder. Apparently, the city has a lot of them. Leave it.
yeah, but the main investigator of the murder of the high priestess in the city. That means something.
Do you know him?
Did I meet him?
Is that
That
for
is-
me? Is that a question
Yeah.
for me?
Yeah. Yes, DM. Did I meet the lead investigator?
How would you know?
Well, since I did ask to, I know it was one of the younger ones first, but
roll
then
me-
also
Roll me an insight check. Let's see. Okay. With a 21, although this gentleman did not, what is it called, introduce himself as the main investigator, you put together a few pieces and you managed to figure out that this was the guy who was at your camp asking questions.
I don't know him, but we did meet him.
Then what's our investment in this? If you don't know him, what are we invested in this story for?
Well, as I said, this is robbing the balance of the world, and I can't stand for that.
Well,
It's ideologically, I presume.
let's just keep it that you have 2 days to try and rectify your balance then, because then we're leaving.
Well, I'm gonna do what I can, at least.
Sounds like a fair trade-off. But let's first bring the child back.
Yeah, that's true. First things first, get the child back, then see if we can find this murderer.
The child who sits on the Strom's shoulders turns towards you and like, "What's the murder?"
When
It's
someone
when you
dies,
It's when you
Forcefully.
take this sword and you shove it into someone else's guts. That's usually called a murder.
Well, why would you do that?
Because
Good.
some people are evil and dumb and don't want other people to live.
Oh, I have a classmate who's dumb. Can I kill him? Can I murder him?
No. No.
If you're good, I'll show you how.
Okay.
Char, let's not create juvenile murders, please.
You're slowly getting
I'm,
back.
I'm gonna need an apprentice one day.
I will be your apprentice. I will be the magician and the murderer.
Oh gosh.
You're just at this point a little too young for that, and that's why I said you're going to start learning magic first.
And this, as you say, oh my god! I thought my internet or my power died again. Okay, okay, I'm fine. Is everyone here? Did I die? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yes, you died.
I'm paranoid now. The child, like, as the moment you say that she's a little too young, she like looks at you, and you can see that her eyes start to flicker, and there's fire in them. Like literally, the source of energy coming out of them. It doesn't go anywhere, but she just looks at you very intimidatingly.
And the moment you can control that power, that's the moment I will come and get you to be my apprentice.
Okay, that's a deal. And the fire goes out.
Yeah.
As you're following Strom, who's taking the child to her mother, you go to I would say, a very posh house. It's very, in comparison to everything else that you've seen in the city, is quite posh. It's 2 stories. Yes, it's 2 stories, quite fancy on the inside. You can see a lot of rich things on the inside, like chandeliers and, like, I would say, glass plates that are not like everything else that you've seen. Yes. And there's a woman walking inside there. She looks a little bit frustrated.
Is it one of the houses that Strom is pointing us towards?
Yes. He's walking directly towards the entrance.
I'm gonna
Well,
let-
he would know where it is, since he.
And he like knocks on the door, and the woman, it's a gnomish woman, so she's not very tall, and I would say she's even smaller than you, Law. And she looks at Strom, and she's like, "My baby!" And she tries to reach her arms towards the baby, but it's a slightly comedic scene, because she barely reaches towards his belt, and he slowly kneels down and puts down the child, and they hug it out, and she's like, "Oh my god, you saved my baby." "Oh, thank you. You're a very tall man, but thank you." And oh, and who are you?
We're with him.
"Oh, well, I did not see you when this lovely gentleman came in to help me with my issue." Oh my god.
Well, we came in and helped him after.
Oh, well,
We are friends from before, so.
Oh, that's very nice. And well, do you want to come in? Well, I don't know. Maybe some tea. I have some lovely tea.
I love tea.
Well, that's
That
wonderful.
would be very generous of you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So come on in.
Even crumpet.
Maybe I do. And I also have those wonderful cucumber sandwiches.
Oh my god, that is not a thing that we do here.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't.
I also
God,
have
okay.
I also have some fish and chips.
I-
Oh my
yeah,
god.
And water. And we have that.
Some water.
to be honest, I think Gio prefers a mud pie.
Oh,
Oh, mud pies. Oh,
oh.
mud pies.
I will ask my servant to do something for you.
Oh my god.
Okay, come on in. And she lets you into a beautiful living room. There's like carpets, and there are paintings on the walls. It's all very decorative, and there's a lot of crystal vases with fake fruits in them. And some of them are real, some of them are fake. There's flowers in the vase. It's all beautiful. And in the back room, you can see a kitchen where the servant, who's not been in the room when she said it, she already started cooking something. Yes, come on in, sit down. You're probably tired. So what happened to my girl? Where was she?
In the old library. Apparently she found some kind of book she wanted to read.
Oh no, don't tell me it's one of those nasty magic books. Don't tell me that.
No, it wasn't a magic book.
Okay. And at this point the girl's like, this purple gentleman promised that I will go to a magic school.
Yes,
Oh, no.
I did.
Why would you say that? My girl would never go to a magic school. No.
So in 2 seconds I got phone.
Okay. Okay.
What? Why don't you trust magic?
Oh.
If I may ask, I'm from Esperia, so I don't really
Oh
know.
yes,
here
I
in
can
Alaska.
most definitely see that you're all not from here, but that is okay. Well, as you might have noticed, I don't know if you did, but there's this thing about magic in our city where it's not very well liked. It's a thing
And
that
why is so?
well, I don't actually know. It's one of the arbitrary rules that our leader did, but I guess we have to follow. Isn't that something? Yes.
So you think that all rules that maybe not be logical are supposed to be followed?
Well, I never thought about it that way. I don't like to think about the rules much. If they are the rules, they might be there for a reason.
That is a fair point, but also if something is put in rule just to keep other people down or anything like that, do you think that's a good idea?
Oh, I don't think people are put down by this. I've seen a lot of beautiful mages out there, and they've been doing wonders. They build buildings, and they are like fight in the arena for their honor, and it's all wonderful. But they're putting it to a practical use, and I'm afraid my little girl here wants to do magic tricks and stuff, and I don't want that, cause I've seen some people burn their faces off by just flickering their hands and like putting themselves on fire, and then being dangerous and a nuisance to the entire city. So,
Well, isn't it then better that she goes to a school and learn how to not do that? Because if she not learns how to control it, then that would be very likely to happen. Wouldn't it be better for her to learn to control it instead of just accidentally burn her face off?
well, there's some truth to your words, but I would like you to roll me a persuasion check
I'm back, so
with advantage.
Ooh!
Well, I guess there is some truth to your words, but I don't know, where would I send her? There are no magic schools in that area, except for that little Miss Mira Zagoni who does the little bit of sand weaving, but I don't know, that art seems to be a little too complicated for my little girl. She's more a fiery person, if you know what I mean.
would there be on other places?
Well, I'm
Let's say other continents, not schools that you can go to?
Well, do you want me to send my only little girl away to another continent? If you
Well,
were
do
a
you want-
father, no, if you were a father, would you send your only daughter away?
Lady, you're asking the wrong person. Because
Well-
yes, I would.
Well,
Oh.
that's very interesting. Why so? Do you not cherish the moments you share with your child?
I cherish the moment with my child, yes, but I also want my child to be happy and to have what she wants. And at this point, she clearly wants to learn whatever it is she has power and she doesn't know where to place it. or what to do with it. And the moment she has that purpose, she might be happier.
Is that what you want, my little child?
It's what she said she wanted.
Well,
And as I told her as well, maybe one day I will come back to make her my protege.
at this point, the child turns to her. He's gonna teach me how to be a murderer. Oh no! Why?
Oh,
why,
no.
Why would you
Oh.
do that? That was a joke, wasn't it?
Sure.
Roll a deception check.
I am not helping in this entire situation. Gio's just gonna sit back and watch. She's like, I want to see how this is gonna
As
unravel.
you're sitting and watching, the servant carries you a tray of tea and crumpets and puts it
Oh,
on the
tea and
table.
crumpets and water.
Yeah, and water. Yes,
A normal deception.
Water.
yes, a normal deception. Ooh. Oh yes, you and your foreigners and your funny little jokes. Oh,
I told her that one day I might come and get her to be my protege, but I also told her I would finance
oh,
most of what she is going to learn for now.
oh, well, I guess you're all right, and I kind of trust you since you found her. I guess you're gonna be a good influence on her.
Oh no.
But,
Those jokes on you, I think she's gonna take a liking of you, maybe. So,
but I also am not going to, quote unquote, rip her away from her mom, of course.
oh, well,
So I will leave some gold here for you to send her off to make sure that she is
oh,
fine.
oh, don't worry about that, young gentleman. Even though I appreciate it, I have a lot of money to send my daughter away. Even though that sounds completely wrong, but if that's for her own good, I guess I will have to do it. Are you sure, my little child, that you want to go on an adventure on another continent? And the child, like, yes, I do. Okay, well,
Do I know of any magical academies or such in Aspera?
you most definitely do. Well, it's not specifically prohibited to do so. There's like a college or two. There's nothing like super famous about it. The most like prestigious place to study magic is the Silver Peak Academy, which is at the very north of the continent. But it might take a while to get there.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if so I can give examples for the mother, mostly so what places I know of.
Okay.
Well, there are a few places that you can study magic in Espera. The most prestigious one is the Silver Peak Academy.
Oh. Okay.
Would I know? Does it have a reputation of being a bit nose in the air?
What do you mean?
High class.
Oh, well,
Was that? Really? Oh, the peasants are here.
no, I wouldn't say it's like the high class, but it's most definitely where like the most talented go to.
The most prestigious ones. Yeah, the most.
Yeah, but it's not about the money. It's more about the knowledge that you have. Like if you
Yeah,
don't
but-
have the
yeah.
knowledge, no amount of money will get you there.
Fair enough. Espera is the Silver. They have a good reputation for nourishing the best talents in magic.
Well, my daughter is very talented.
So that could be an idea. There are also a few other places that would be suitable places for her to exercise her magics before maybe she goes there. I don't know if she's a bit too young for the Silver Peak. That I do not know.
I don't
I'm
know.
not being there
She's
myself.
only 10 years old, so maybe not for the most prestigious, but definitely the one that she would be able to embrace her powers, so to say. Well, there's gonna be a ship towards Aspira in a couple of days, so I guess I will have to prepare myself to let her go.
You could go with her and drop her off.
Well, what would I do there? I probably would hire someone to take her there. Because
Okay.
I have some business to do here. But
So business is more important than your own daughter?
No, that's what I'm thinking about. I think business can wait. Okay, okay, go, gather your stuff. We're leaving. And she like shushes her child away to go upstairs and gather her stuff.
I only have 2 more questions for you.
Yes. Go ask away.
One-
Now we're busy. We are packing our stuff and we're leaving. Isn't that very exciting?
One would be, what is your daughter's name?
Oh, my daughter's name is Nara.
And would you mind if I keep sending her letters from now and then just to keep in check what she is doing and how it's going?
Oh, you most definitely can. Why would I have checked?
I don't know, just wondering.
But do keep your jokes in line, because I'm not sure if the jokes about the murder is the most appropriate jokes for a young lady like her.
It was very inappropriate with what is happening in the city for sure.
Oh, yes. But okay. Okay, so is there anything else I can help you with? Because we're in the process of packing our bags.
No, I'm fine with this arrangement.
Okay, well, and I'm gonna leave you here. And please take care of yourself. There's a crumpets and tea. Please enjoy yourself. And she like stands up and scutters away upstairs, very excited.
I'm going to have like one yell out to Nara, just like at the stairs, just to see it, to call her down for a second.
Oh yeah, and she slowly comes down. She just like jumps over each step, like every other step she stands on, and goes down. Yes.
Lean in a bit and whisper her, I think you owe me 1 silver.
Oh no, my only silver. And she like looks at it very sadly. And are you gonna take good care of my little silver?
I will.
Okay. She gives you 1 silver.
And give her 5 gold in return.
No, that's not what
It's not how it works, but it's how it's gonna work now.
But don't tell my mom.
No, definitely don't tell her.
Okay. And she like takes the gold and she shoves it in her pockets and looks very giddy about it, like she's gonna wreck the world with those amount of money. And she's going upstairs. Well, thank you for saving me again and for the money. And she winks and goes upstairs.
That was it?
You are left in this extremely posh living room with crumpets and tea. And the servant is doing something in the kitchen. What you assume is a mud pie.
Law, would you mind doing some shopping with me later on? Or are you going to investigate first? Since time is of the essence for that as well.
Why do you want me to doing the shopping?
No, I just want to tag along with me. If you rather do your investigation, then you're free to go, of course.
Are you asking because you have ulterior motives? Because you think I'm a better haggler, or I'm gonna distract and you're gonna do something?
Nah. It's just a normal business walk I'm going to have towards somewhere, ask something, and then probably fuck off.
So eloquent.
Just wondering if you wanted to walk along or if you're going to your investigation immediately.
I think I'm gonna go investigate.
Alright,
That's okay with you?
of course it is.
You're kinda scaring me with this. Okay, good, thank you.
It's just a random question of you wanting to come shopping with me? Okay.
I'm a bit on the edge with the book, and then the library and the second book, and the other book is. Yeah. Sorry, it's been a trying day.
Alright, then I'll be doing some shopping later on.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to do in the house while you're in the living room?
Just curious how Gio is going to eat a mud pie.
Are you gonna?
She's just not.
I am so sad. But okay.
So are you waiting for the mud pie or?
It was said as a joke, but yeah. I'm curious if we actually give her one.
Okay, you can, as you're sitting there enjoying your tea and your crumpets and your cucumber sandwiches, and you can hear the noises upstairs of yelling, "No, you don't pack that. You need that thing," and like all that. You know, when the family is gathering somewhere, they're very noisy and very competitive about what they take with them. And the wonderful smells of chocolate and cream are coming from the kitchen, and eventually the whole pie is being brought to you on a very elegant, I wouldn't say
Silver
bowl.
platter.
Yes, let's put it that way. It's crystal, not silver, but yes, and it smells delicious and it looks amazing. Yes, the lady said that you might enjoy a mud pie. There you go.
It's for the lady.
Yes, and she puts it right in front of Geo.
I make no emotion.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. And she goes back into the kitchen.
Thank you.
Geo, roll me a wisdom save. Let's see if you want the pie.
Okay.
It smells so delicious. Okay, you managed to resist. Whatever you're feeling,
Thank-
your feelings are your own.
Thank you.
So, is there
It's
anything? Is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
It's not that Gio don't want to eat it, it's more that she knows that I am mocking her for it.
I don't think she cares.
True enough.
Just gonna put that out there. I don't think she really is that bothered.
She just doesn't want the pie. So, are you gonna leave this beautiful house?
I
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, as I think everything has been spoken over, yeah.
Okay. So I would say it's about 4-5 p.m. It's getting a little bit dark. It's not dark yet, so the shops are probably open if you want to do anything. So, where are you all going? Strom is going to the tavern with Don Don.
I'm looking for technically a jewel smith of some sort.
Okay. Are you going to the Grand Bazaar?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an investigation with advantage, because you've been in there several times, so you probably will find something. Yeah, you managed to find one. It's a dwarvish lady with a monocle, and she looks at something as she tinkering with a ring of sorts.
I'm just gonna walk up. Hello.
Yeah. A moment. She continues looking at the ring.
I stand still and wait. For a moment.
Another moment. As you're looking at the ring, nothing seems to change. Ah, yes. Finally. Yes.
Perfection.
Is it done?
Yes, speak. What do you want?
I want something very simple done.
What is it?
I take out the silver coin I just got. I'm asking her to engrave a name on it.
Okay. What is the
Basically,
name?
Nara.
Okay.
And then a little hole in it to make it like a necklace.
Also, it was Senara.
Sanara?
Yes.
You said Nara. So.
No.
But Sanara then, and make a little hole in it to make it like a necklace thing.
Okay, easy enough. Is that all you want?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. How much money do you want to put in it?
How much would it be?
I don't know. You decide. I'm the jewel craft, not the sale, not the saleswoman.
Sure, I'll give you 8 gold for it.
Okay.
Okay.
She takes a big hammer, takes a nail, and puts it in the middle, smashes it. Okay, and now we do the hard work. And she like sits down, looks at it with her monocle. Can I help you? I'm busy. Go. Don't look at me.
I'm going outside and going to have a bite to eat,
Okay.
and then come back.
Okay. What is Law and Geo doing during this wonderful time?
Sorry.
The town will have one dwarf less.
Law is moving towards. I would assume Law would assume that it's the guards that is investigating the murder of the lead investigator.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So he would go to the guardhouse, the guard concern, or whatever.
They're all located in the town's hall where the rest of the people were.
Well, then he is heading to the town's hall and see if he can.
Who
Help
are
in
you?
any way.
Who are you addressing? Who are you asking? Tell me what you're going through.
I think he would like to. He approached the help desk at the city hall.
Yes, there's the same older woman that's sitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. I just heard that the lead investigator of the murder of the priestess was murdered.
Yes. If you have some information, go upstairs. Tell to the guy.
Is it the same guy if I want to help with the investigation?
What do you mean?
I'm a servant of Olvia.
Yes. Are you a priest?
This
How does a priest help?
has rubbed the balance of the world. The high priestess has been murdered in her own temple.
She looks at you very confused. If you have some information to tell, go tell to the guy.
Okay, thank you. And he heads up to the second floor to speak with them, like you said.
Okay. As you're going up to the second floor, you see one of the rooms is open. And there's like I would say the equivalent of the police, like, what is it called? Like
Chief?
no, not the chief, the border thing that like you can't go through. The police, like the yellow and
Okay, yeah.
but like the equivalent of in the magical world of that. And you can see that there's like a desk open and like a window, and they're looking around like what is happening. You're not exactly sure. And right next to them stands a very tall, muscular man, and he's looking for something in his book, and he's wearing a little hat.
I will stand outside of and knock on the wall next to the door so I don't interrupt anything in there.
Okay, the guy with the hat looks at you like, "Are you here? Do you have some evidence?"
No, but I'm here to help if I can.
Okay, you need evidence to help.
I was allowed to view the murder site of the priestess. These two murders has to be connected somehow.
Do they?
I am a servant. For the first thing, how the high priestess gets murdered in a very violent way.
Yes.
Then the lead investigator of the said murder gets murdered. You don't think that's a connection?
You're most definitely right. You can help. I was just trying to check if you're worthy enough to help. So, how do you want to help?
I'm a servant of Olvia. I want to help in any way I can to help solve this murder.
Okay, as long as there's no religious mumbo jumbo, you can do whatever you need.
Fair enough. How much do we know so far?
So far we know that the lovely gentleman that was murdered was found next to the arena in the middle of the night, which was very suspicious because he was stung by a scorpion. Coincidence? I don't think so, because at the same night we discovered that someone crawled into his office right here, and he points to the cabinet, not the cabinet, the room right next to what you're standing. Opened his, let's say, alarmed table and took something from it. We don't know exactly what they took because the guy was hello. He did not write down whatever he had in there, so we don't know what exactly was stolen, but something was stolen. And then whoever it was escaped. That's all we know so far.
He was. Do you believe that the body was moved, or that the body was actually?
I don't know what happened
Where you
with the
found?
body. It looks very suspicious because he was just in the middle of the alley, in the very dark one, just laying there. But why would he be there? That would be very strange. So I believe
And-
whatever killed him there. But I don't think it was a scorpion.
How would you think it was a scorpion?
Because he had poison in his blood.
Well, poison doesn't have to
Oh.
mean a scorpion.
Well, it was a scorpion poison.
Oh no.
Well, scorpion poison can be put on arrows and be shot, or evil. I've heard or read about people using blow darts
Yes.
that maybe looks like. And how did you know it was scorpion poison?
It was a little tiny puncture. It might have been a blow dart, but I assume not, because it was under his armor, like a scorpion crawled under it and stung him from there. Felt trapped.
But how did you know it was scorpion poison?
Well, we went through a
Venom
medical
poison.
report. We have
Okay.
medical professionals who do that kind of stuff.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Are you doubting our abilities as investigators?
No. I just wondering how you knew the exact poison. But I have never. This is I
As a
have
ve-
never.
As a very young
met-
detective, you have a good inquisitive mind. I like that.
And something was stolen from here, from that drawer.
Yes,
Right?
we don't know exactly what it was, and there is no indication of what it could be.
Then how did they know something was stolen?
Because why would... Are you actually there?
I'm not there.
Well,
That's M. That's M being like, bitch, how do you know something was stolen if, like, you don't know that there was anything in what was in there? Like,
well, the Eugene answer to M, not to Geo, is why would the table be open if nothing was stolen from it?
maybe he left the table open.
Maybe.
So, is there any kind of other kind of rocks in there? That papers that are thrown about, or
No, nothing seems to be out of order.
would you mind if I have a look at the drawer?
Okay, go ahead. But don't mess anything.
No. I will. I will go and investigate the drawer. What I'm specifically looking for, because I'm looking for something very specific here, is if this object that seems to have been stolen, have been in there long enough to make some kind of mark in the drawer,
Okay.
signaling the size of it.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Ha!
Ooh. With a natural one. What do you find there? You find like
Nothing.
a couple of rocks, a family portrait with a man and a woman and two children, and nothing else seems to be there. Just
What does the rocks? How do they seem like normal rocks, or
absolutely normal rocks. With an investigation of 2, even if it's dumb, I will tell you that those are rocks that probably they were at the beach somewhere with the family, and then they took that, and it's like a memory thing.
Okay, fair enough.
So how's your investigation going so far?
Well, I know what you know so far.
Well, that's great. I know what I know as well. If you know something else, tell me.
I will. Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can sense some kind of residual magic?
Okay, you can.
To see if anyone maybe bamfed in, took it, bamfed out,
Okay.
and such.
You can. Okay. With a 16, at the very edge of the table, you notice a tiny wire that I would say that it triggers when the table is open. Like if it's an alarm system, that if you don't turn it off, it triggers. And it triggered and then it faded, or it's slowly fading off now. So it has been triggered by someone intruding there, and then it's just like slowly fizzling out since then.
And was that connected to the drawer, or
It's not a drawer, it's a table. It's like one of those tables that you can write on top of, and then it just like the top part opens up. And inside there's a space you can put things in.
okay? And that's This is weird.
Oh, tell me about it. This is so suspicious.
It's a small copper wire here.
Well, yes,
That's-
that's the alarm
seems-
system that he had there.
The alarm has gone off. When the alarm goes off, do any of you hear the alarm? How does that work?
No, I believe only he hears the alarm.
So either he heard the alarm and then he was murdered, which indicates that there were more than one people involved, or he was murdered to prevent someone stealing this thing, whatever it was.
Well, the only thing we know is that someone crawled through that window right behind you, opened the table, and then left.
Can I do an insight check on what he's saying?
You can. He's telling the truth. At least that's as far as he knows. Unless, what are you looking for?
No, I'm just checking so he's not lying to me, but
he's
it
not lying to
seems. Can I see any kind of footprints or any small kind of hint or a small piece of fabric or anything that has been torn off or anything like that by the window?
That's very interesting. With an investigation of natural one, though, roll me.
I was hoping I could do a new investigation roll.
Roll me. I'm thinking either survival or investigation again, whatever you feel like.
Well, my survival is better than my investigation. With one.
You will never find out what this is. With another natural one, you have no.
But a 3 instead of a 2!
No, you don't see anything.
Fuck's sake. I can never solve these murders if fucking dice keep doing this.
Okay, while that is happening, Geo, where are you and what are you doing? Unless you're not back. Em, are you back?
I am alive.
Okay. So, where are you and what are you doing while all this is happening?
I'm sorry. I'm yawning apparently. Where did Char go?
Char went into the market.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna head towards the museum, the gallery, because otherwise we are not getting this job done.
Okay. Okay. You were going. I think Char would have told you where it is, and you get from the basic idea of where the people are sometimes, like where the intellectual artsy sword is from your insightful eye. You manage to notice where they are. And
I'm not wanting to go inside. I just want to have a look around the outside of the building.
What are you looking for specifically?
Easy entrance routes, like alarms, security guard patrols, that type of sneaky business.
Well, it's kind of the middle of the day, so there's no exactly a patrol around the place, but you don't know if maybe there is one at night. Alarms from the outside, you've managed to see only the, what is it called? The metal detector sort of a thing that Char went through. You don't know what it does, but it's at the entrance. And the exit entrance points. Roll me up perception or investigation.
Nope.
Okay. See? See, Law. This is how you roll investigation.
Fuck off, you two.
I'm sorry, but
I do get like a +6 to my investigation.
but it's just like,
But also rolling 2 nat ones.
yeah, in the specific moments that you were really important, it's just you
Should have brought me with you, Law.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm a halfling. I could have re-rolled those. Oh!
Law. No, this is not Law. This is Waffle. You will re-roll those when we get back to this. Okay, so investigation. You would assume that there are windows, but they're like covered in metal bars. The only thing you see from where you are here, and it's not shown on the map, is that there is a glass roof, and you might be able to crawl through that somehow.
Interesting. We're gonna Mission Impossible it. Oh, I love it.
Okay, and what are you gonna do about that information?
Well, I'm gonna. How easy is it to get up to the roof?
For some sneaky people like you and Char, it's not that hard.
Okay.
It's not specifically
I'm
meant to be
thinking.
like anti-climbing walls, so it's a normal.
Anti-hentai?
Yes. Anti-hentai.
Some just wholesome anime bullshit.
Yeah. Get out of it. No, I'm thinking, so if I climb up to the top of the roof,
Mhm.
and I can, I assume they're kind of like sunlight. Like in a car, where you have, in like the old cars, where you have like that little clear panel and you can like open the sunroof.
Mhm.
Kind of like that.
I mean, you don't from here. I don't.
I said I'm guessing.
Oh, well,
So I'm gonna attempt to climb up and see if I can see anything, and then see if I can
okay.
latch it open. I guess
Are you gonna do it now?
if there is anything.
Are you gonna do it now?
No, because it's like broad daylight, isn't it? So
Yes.
someone could spot me.
Yes.
But that is my idea.
Okay. So we're gonna keep that for later when it actually happens.
Yes, she's gonna wait there until dark, just sitting and chilling and looking like she's just relaxing in the sun and
Okay.
having a good old time on whatever day it is.
Eating some sand.
Roll me a charisma check to see how relaxed and inconspicuous you look. Okay.
Oh, I did a save. Oops.
I mean, it's fine. It's still gonna be like a 9, and it's gonna be plus something. So
Oh, it's +2. They're the same thing.
yeah. So you're sitting there, and you seem to be quite relaxed and inconspicuous about the whole thing. You managed to see the journalist that was passing you by, and he waves
Oh.
at you,
Nah,
but he doesn't go to you and speak to you.
I'm gonna just blank him. I ain't even gonna smile. I ain't gonna give him the little polite British smile
Okay.
and the head nod. I ain't even gonna give him that. He gets nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Completely blanked, ignored,
So.
shunned.
Okay. So are you gonna wait there until you see Char or the night falls, whatever?
Until
that is?
night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't want to prepare any equipment or anything like that?
I am a rogue. What equipment do you think I have to
I
repair?
don't know. You were saying like, oh, Mission Impossible. Maybe you need like a rope for that. I don't know.
I have rope. I own a burglar's pack.
Okay, fine. Okay, now as you're waiting for your entrance, what is Char doing? You've done your where were you? Where were you? Oh, you've been told off by the jewel smith lady to stop looking at her. What do you do after that?
I'm just going to get a bite to eat,
Oh,
have something to drink, and then go back and see if she's done.
okay. As you're sitting down and eating your food, you see an older gentleman with gray hair, looking very intrigued, and like the moment he sees you, he stops everything else he was doing and he slowly starts going towards you. And he's like, "Aren't you? Wait,
So,
no, I think you are. I
No.
think you are. I think you're the winner of the arena, aren't you?"
Now you have to deal with it, Char.
no, I'm not.
Huh. Roll me a deception check. I will actually roll for this to see if you actually.
Enjoy, Char. Enjoy.
Yeah. You need to beat a 17. No, you did not.
Oh no.
Okay. I think you're one of those sneaky types, aren't you? So, I'm a local journalist, not local specifically, but I'm working on the winners of the arena. I just want to ask you a couple of questions, if that is okay.
Say no.
Yeah.
How about I buy you your food? How about I buy you a drink and we have a little conversation?
Oh, I love this.
If you have questions, ask, but I do not have the time to sit around
Okay.
having dinner with someone.
That is okay. Oh, it's not dinner. It's about 5 minutes or so. So, my first question would be, you seem a little bit out of place. I was wondering, are you one of those drow people?
You would be correct.
Okay, that's great. That's great to know. And so, tell me. So, imagine yourself winning at the arena. It's easy to imagine because it happened to you. And imagine yourself in wherever you came from. What was your path from the moment you started your journey to the winning of the arena? What was it like?
In short, a lot of stabbing and blood.
A lot of stabbing and blood. Okay, and who would you stab to win in the arena?
For starters, nosy people who ask me a lot of questions.
Interesting, interesting. Anyone else?
Probably the guy that is standing across from me, that is my enemy if I am fighting somewhere.
And
But also,
who would you consider an enemy?
Everyone who stands against me.
That's a very broad definition of an enemy. And who would you consider a friend then? Where is the line between an enemy and a friend?
That is a broad question.
It is a very broad question, but I think a winner of the arena should know who his friends are and who his enemies are.
yeah, but sometimes people just die. You know?
I tend not to make friends. They don't survive for long.
Oof.
I see how it is. I'm writing this down.
Would that be all?
No, I have a couple of more questions. So, tell me please, in your path from where you started to the winning of the arena, what would be your most significant moment of your life? Which was the moment when you realized you cannot go back anymore from this point onwards?
That is something that only I will know.
But do you want to share for the press?
No.
I won't tell anyone.
I'm not sharing with that.
Fair enough. A secret is a secret. So tell me, while you were at the arena, what was the thing that helped you win? Because there's a lot of people who won this arena. There was some who do magic when, it's not exactly like a thing here, but some people who came from the outside of the Kalatran, they were using magic. Some who were using bows, some were using spears, and some pretended to be dead until their enemy gave up, which is fascinating. But what was your choice of victory? How did you achieve it?
Having a broad guy in front of you swinging an axe certainly helps.
So you were like working from the backside, masterminding the whole thing.
Sorry.
Would you say that your allies were pawns in your game?
No, not really.
Interesting. Okay, and this is the last question for now, and I will leave you be to your wonderful meal. What would be the next step in your achievements now that the arena was won?
I'm just going to another city and see what that brings me.
And what do you expect it to bring you?
Probably a lot of jobs and tedious people asking me questions about it.
That's a very good point. Well, I sure hope I'll see you again, Carolyn. I hope I will. And he gives you his hand.
Just Char. Give him a hand.
Of course. And he gives you a hand and leaves. And are you gonna just eat your food?
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish my food and then head back.
Okay. So, going back to law. Now, can you re-roll those two nasty things?
Why can I never remember my racial trait of
I don't
rerolling
know.
net ones?
I don't know. Okay.
And then the survival check.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good. So, what was the investigation for? It was inside the
Looking
table.
for
Okay.
inside to see any marks from the object that was stolen.
Yes. So I would say the only mark of significance would be on the left wall of the container part. There is a slight, I would say, cut. Like someone was taking an object out real fast, and it sliced a piece of the wall.
But no indication of how big the object was.
No. But
Fair
you
enough.
might assume that because it's hard to maneuver in there, maybe the object was just the size of the table, so it was wide enough so as you take it out, you cut the side of the wall. So it wasn't a small thing.
Okay.
And with a survival of 18, what you find interesting, maybe it gets a little muddy because there's a lot of people in here already and they're doing the thing. But if you think about it, there is sand outside. And as you walk through the sand and go into the window, there should be sand at the window, as you step in. But there is nothing. It's clean.
It's clean by the window,
Yes.
but it's still sand within the room.
Yes. It's suspicious that if someone crawled through the window, they would have brought sand with them, but they didn't.
But there are no fabrics or anything that have been left.
No. Someone who
Gosh
did it,
darn.
he's probably done it before, and he's very nimble, or she.
Excuse me, Mr. Investigator.
Yes?
Do you know anything about the sand that's over here?
The sand?
Yeah, see, there's sand over here, but not by the window.
And that is interesting how.
Well, because it's sand outside, right?
Yes. We're in
So-
the desert.
Yes. So if someone has crawled in through the window, stolen the thing, then crawled out, then the sand should be by the window and not in here.
So what are you suggesting?
Magic.
Magic.
Because if someone can bamf in, grab the thing, then bamf out, bring the sand with them from where they stood before, in here,
Yes.
like a dimension door or
Why
something,
would they open the window then?
to lure us to think that they don't have magical powers. Because that would be because if someone using magical powers, which I think is quite frowned upon by the
It
city,
most definitely is.
then
Those goddamn magicians. One of them killed my wife. But that's beyond the point. Anyways, go on. Those
So
goddamn
that would-
magicians.
so that would mean that someone with magic did this, which could also be the reason why he was where he was when he died. It might have well been that he was in this very room. The chief investigator, he might have very well been in this room
Yes. And then
when he was murdered, and then they just switched places.
Aha.
So the sand came in, and then he just bamfed out. So that the corpse was not in the office where it actually died, and then appeared outside of the arena, you said?
I was next to the arena in the alley.
Doesn't that make sense?
It does make sense, but how are we gonna find him?
That I don't know yet.
Well, that's a very good, interesting point. Maybe we'll need to investigate more. Maybe we have to go underground to see if someone of the magical sort knows something about some other people of magical sorts. If you
Yes.
know what I'm saying. We need
Yes, I
to
know what-
work with the criminals to find the criminals.
I am worried about this, though.
Well, I don't see why I would care. Do your job.
Thank you. But where to go next? Could I try something here, Eugene?
You most definitely can.
I don't know how you would feel about this. I would like to cast Locate Object,
Okay.
but the description says describe or name an object that is familiar to you.
Yeah, and the
You
object
sense
is
that.
unknown to you.
Yeah, but I know it's the familiar size of it, so it's kind of familiar, but I don't know what it looks like.
Okay.
Would you say that I am familiar enough to try to cast it?
I would
Because
say
I-
you would have to roll a nat 20 on an Arcana check.
Well, I can try at least,
Okay?
and I will burn the spell either way.
Yes.
Yes, so I will. That's fair. Hopefully it's a nat 1, so I can re-roll to a nat 20. If I can remember it.
Sir, mademoiselle. Eugene, you asked for a natural
I
20.
did.
He gave you a natural 20.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
That is you getting shit rolls earlier, Waffle.
I will. Waffle, can we go into secrets?
Yes, of course.
Okay. To go into secrets. Okay. We're in secrets.
Just let me breathe.
So,
Oh.
when you cast the spell and roll that beautiful natural 20, you
God.
feel a sudden pull of like a string of Ariadne that leads you towards a certain someone who has the object with them. And I would say you will feel it when you're near them. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. Because I don't want to spoil anything yet.
No, that's fine. That's totally fine.
I will say a word apple when you feel it.
Okay.
It will smell like apples.
Okay.
That's just a random thing that no one will think about. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. We go back. Okay. We're back. So,
Gosh.
I would say for now we will
I love this game.
we will leave that story for now. Is there anything that Geo and Char want to do before they go into gallery?
I'm just going to fetch my coin, that's it.
What do you mean?
I don't even know that Geo is there, so I'm going to get my coin and back to the inn.
Okay. As you're going there, you manage to see the jewel smith lady, and she like gives you a glance. Oi, your thing is ready, and give me your money.
Give her 8 gold.
You're most welcome. Is there anything else I can do?
No, that's all.
Okay. It's a beautiful piece. It's exactly what you asked for. It looked very crude while she was doing it, but as the end result surprised you. It's very nicely made.
Thank you very much.
And you're going back to the tavern, and then you're waiting for the evening to come to do the thing.
Going to the tavern, and the rest I have no plans as Char, because there was nothing set for doing that thing this night.
Oh, so you're just going to the tavern, and that's it.
Yeah, probably.
If we don't do it tonight, we can't get on the boat tomorrow.
The
It's
boat
2
is
days to the boat.
The boat is in 2 days.
Oh, okay, 2 days.
I already did my scouting for that bit, so...
Okay. So, Char, you're going to the tavern. It's getting closer to the evening. Geo, you're waiting by the Grand Gallery for some sort of sign, whatever it is. And Law is on his path to investigating the crime of the century, apparently. And with that, I'm gonna leave you for now, and I will see you next Wednesday.
Jeez.
No, it's the natural.
Can I breathe now?
It's the two natural ones in a row being re-rolled because you're a halfling turned into the most important natural enemy for me. It's the chef's kiss.
Jeez. Louise. Oh.
But anyways, I'll end the recording for now, and then
Anus.
yes.
Hi, Ding Ding.
Bye, Ding Ding.
Bye.
Ah.